Two men walk into a diner. They're joking around, talking trash, eating breakfast like old friends. One is cool and calm. The other is loud and funny. They look like two guys on a road trip. But then, they walk across the street and blow up a bank. Just like that. No warning. No explanation. Just boom. If you're thinking, wait, who are these guys? That's exactly the point. Because nothing about this story is what it seems. Stay with me. Our two guys are Bobby and Stig. Bobby is smooth, quiet, like a man who's done this 100 times. Stig is wild, the kind of guy who talks before he thinks. Together, they've gone south, deep into Mexico, to meet a very dangerous man. His name is Papi Greco. He runs drugs, money, and fear across the border. He is not someone you shake hands with unless you have to. Bobby and Stig are there to buy cocaine, $100,000 worth. Their plan? Use it as evidence to bring Papi down. But Papi doesn't bite. He hands them a packet of cash instead, payment for some fake passports they arranged, and sends them away. He tells them there's a mole in his organization. He's not trusting anyone new right now. Bobby and Stig leave empty-handed, but the clock is already ticking. And here's where it gets interesting. Bobby and Stig? They're not actually partners. They're both working undercover, and neither one knows the other's secret. Bobby Trench is a DEA agent. He's been undercover for over 3 years. His boss back home is getting impatient, suspicious.
I spent the last 3 years of my life crawling through a Mexican sewer trying to work my way up the line to get next to Papi Greco. You can't take me off this now.
2 weeks. You know, flip a little tar by then. I'm pulling you out.
Bobby has 2 weeks to get something solid on Papi, or he's done. Stig, whose full name is Michael Stigman, is a U.S. Navy intelligence officer. He's been undercover too, and his commanding officer, a man named Quince, has just given him a very different kind of order, a dark one. We'll come back to that. Neither man trusts the other fully.
I think maybe you're playing.
But they need each other. So they cook up a new plan. Papi uses a small bank in Texas, a town called Tres Cruces, to store his dirty money. Stig has been watching it. Every 2 weeks, Papi's men drop a delivery. The plan? Rob the bank. $3 million. Use the cash to nail Papi for money laundering. Simple enough, right? Oh, it is anything but simple. Bobby and Stig move fast. First, they roll into the local police station and lock up every officer inside. Then, they hit the bank. They crack open the vault and stop cold. Inside isn't $3 million, it's $43 million. $43 million, just sitting there in a little Texas bank. They grab the money and run, but the moment they're outside, things fall apart. Stig turns on Bobby. He shoots him, not to kill, just to wound, and takes the cash. He drives off and leaves Bobby bleeding in the desert. Why? Because Quince told him to. Quince told Stig to betray Bobby, take the money, and bring it to a naval base in Corpus Christi. The Navy wants that cash for secret operations they can't fund officially. But then Stig sees something that changes everything. Bobby isn't a criminal, he's a federal agent, just like Stig. They've both been played. Bobby drags himself out of the desert and goes straight to his DEOA boss, a man named Jessup. But when Bobby arrives, a cold, sharp-eyed man named Earl is already there. Earl has guns, Earl has muscle, and Earl shoots Jessup dead right in front of Bobby. Earl pins the murder on Bobby, frames him as a rogue agent gone dirty. Then he makes an offer. Return the $43 million and Bobby walks free. Don't, and Bobby goes down for murder.
Unless you bring me 43.125 million. And you walk away.
So now Bobby is wanted by the DEA, being hunted by a mysterious man named Earl, and he has no money and no allies. He tracks down Stig. They don't exactly hug it out. Stig is watching Bobby through a sniper scope from across the street, but they talk. They realize they're both in the same mess, and when Quince sends a hit squad to take Stig out, Stig helps Bobby escape instead. Enemy? Ally. It's all getting very blurry. Bobby and Stig need answers, so they do the only logical thing. They kidnap Papi Greco. They take him to a garage at the home of Bobby's girlfriend, Deb. And under pressure, Papi talks.
Just ripped off the CIA.
The 43 million. It doesn't belong to Papi. It belongs to the CIA. The CIA has been running a secret deal with the drug cartels for years. The cartels pay protection money, and in return, the CIA helps move drugs across the U.S. border. The bank in Tres Cruces was one of at least 20 secret CIA banks scattered across the country. Bobby and Stig didn't rob a drug lord's bank. They robbed the Central Intelligence Agency. Earl, the cold man who killed Jessup, is a Black Ops CIA operative, and now he wants every single dollar back. The trap gets tighter when a hit squad, sent by Quince, attacks the garage. Bobby gets suspicious. How did Quince know where they were? Someone leaked it. Someone close.
Why were they at your house, Debbie?
Before they can think too much about that, Papi's men arrive and take everyone hostage. Papi takes Bobby, Stig, and Deb to his farm in Mexico. He tortures them. He is not gentle about it. Then Earl shows up. The two most dangerous men in this story, in the same room, and they're working together. Papi gives Bobby and Stig a deal. Steal the $43 million from the naval base in Corpus Christi and bring it back to him within 24 hours, or Deb dies. Bobby and Stig attack the naval base. While Stig tries to get help from a Navy admiral, Bobby sneaks into Quince's office. That's when he sees it. A photo. Deb. With Quince. Quince is Deb's boyfriend. She's been working with him all along. She fed him information. She led the hit squad straight to Bobby. The woman Bobby trusted, loved. She was part of the betrayal. The money isn't at the naval base. Quince and Deb had already moved it. Bobby is too late. Papi kills Deb. Then Bobby realizes the money is at a motel, a place only he and Deb knew about, their secret spot. He knows exactly where it is. Bobby races to Papi's farm in Mexico. Stig is already there, alone, surrounded by Papi's men, burning with rage. Then Quince arrives. Then Earl. Everyone in one place. Guns everywhere. Bobby pulls up in a car stuffed with $43 million in cash. And then he blows it up. The explosion scatters money across the whole farm, bullets flying in every direction. In the middle of the madness, Bobby, Stig, Earl, and Quince square off. A four-way standoff. Everyone pointing guns at everyone. Earl, calm as ever, tells them the CIA has 20 more banks. This $43 million? A minor inconvenience. Bobby gives a signal.
You my people, right?
That's correct.
Stig shoots Earl. Bobby shoots Quince. They finish Papi together, and then Bobby shoots Stig in the leg. Payback. Because Stig shot him first, back in the desert. We're even, Bobby says. Bobby and Stig, two men who started as strangers, lied to each other, shot each other, and somehow came out the other side as the only people either of them could trust. And here's the thing. Bobby didn't blow up all the money. He kept some stashed away. Because the CIA has 20 more secret banks out there. And Bobby and Stig, they're planning to rob every single one. 2 guns, 2 liars, 1 unstoppable team. That was 2 Guns, 2013. If you enjoyed this recap, hit that like button, subscribe to Cineflix Recap, and drop a comment telling us which movie we should break down next. We'll see you in the next one.